Hey everyone, it's me, Magic Turtle, back again for some more Mass Effect. It's gonna be a pretty good session here. Let's see, where were we? Yeah, we had just gotten past Therum's beginning area. We're about to enter into underground cavern ruins, I guess. Prothean ruins or something. Let's do it. We got Wrex and Tali.
Enemy sighted.
Let's get some of this assassination up in here. Bam! Got it. Killed that guy. That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Nothing there.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Negative contacts, that's what I like to see.
It looks like this cavern formed around the ruin, after it was built.
How interesting. What up, homie? Oh, Wrex. Guess I can't talk to him. Uh-oh. Elevator's breaking. Nobody's phased. It's just a normal day-to-day thing. Oh, hey, what up?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Okay.
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
Yeah, but with how long Asari live, a couple years. It's like maybe a few months, maybe like a month in our lifespan.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Alright.
We'll find some way to help you.
Calm down.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here.
Find a way.
Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Now that Krogan with the Geth is a real pain in the ass. Oh shit. Got it. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, the AI in this game doesn't make those things useful because, as you saw, all the Geth except for the sniper just kind of rushed forward. Got the drill. This part's gonna be insane. I mean, that's the difficulty after all, right? So, insanity. That's what we're about. So, alright. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get this Liara out of here.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
It was
We
easy.
blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Alright. Hope so. Hope it doesn't, like, activate a kill protocol. Oh, good. She's fine.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this.
Did I quick save
Why would
before?
the Geth come after
Oh
me?
no, I think this is a
Do you think
autosave.
Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert.
Should've skipped
He
that.
probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
Ow.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Uh-oh.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
There's Shepard, causing a whole bunch of issues. Alright, well, we're getting out of here.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure
On
and
the
away.
double.
ETA 8 minutes.
Alright.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
You do that, Wrex. We got this. We got this. Okay. I'm hoping less than like 10 deaths, alright? On this guy. Just gotta kite this guy, kill all these other goons, and hope and make sure he doesn't get close to me. 'Cause if he gets too close, that's not good.
Run. Don't. That would be no fun.
Dude,
In
what the
case you
fuck?
didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him.
Nah.
Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Son of a bitch. What the hell? Who has the throw? Oh, he has the throw ability. Where is he? That'd be good to know. Where are you at? I don't know where are you at. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what. Nope. Goodbye. No, goodbye. Goodbye. God damn it. What happened? I like flew up in the air. Oh man. Yeah, you gotta watch out for this guy. Man, the stupid sniper. Oh, where the hell? Alright.
I still cannot.
Saren's looking.
Yeah. That's cool. Alright. That went a little better than I was expecting, but okay. This guy's too freaking fast. I need Wrex to just like save up his throw ability so I can actually use it on the Battle Master and throw him down. Because yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Run. Don't. That would be no fun.
There a reason you're in my...
Thanks for giving.
Whatever it is you want.
The atmosphere is perfect for our life and death struggle. Kill him.
Lost shield!
Ow! Stay real far away from this motherfucker. Oh shit. Yeah, time to. Dude, he wrecked Wrex. Nope. Oh. What? No!
I've lost shields. I've lost shields. I've lost shields. I've lost shields. I've lost shields.
Oh man. I did it. 2 times. 2 tries. I got him. Just like if he charges to you, you're screwed. Like you saw what happened to Wrex. Like one moment Wrex was up, next he's gone. Nice. We did it.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds, we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend
True.
to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
Oh,
We
man.
almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
He saved us.
Joker
though.
pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing.
It is a
I
human
don't have a
thing.
lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Oh, man.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
What'd you learn?
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Whoa.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Shut up and I'll tell you. Nah. Damn.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of... How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare.
Nice.
No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Alright.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Great. Another alien.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Yeah, I wouldn't call this like their true fate. I mean, it's a good fate. Like, I mean, it's not a good fate, but it's like there's some good evidence for it. But then again, like it'd be good to actually see the vision of and try to understand actually what happened to the Protheans from the beacon, but instead we get a jumbled mess. Oh well. Finished here? Yeah, that's all.
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, Dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Ooh. Yeah, that's
Patch him
fine.
through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
It's not
Liara's on
necessary.
our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin.
God damn it, man.
Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Yeah,
The
it
Geth
was.
were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Alright. So I gained a good amount of levels. Ooh, it would be really nice to get that. Oh, it'd also be really nice to get this. Let's see, recharge times 45 seconds. 60 seconds. Oh, that's pretty good recharge time. Ooh, it'd be really nice. Maybe I'll get some advanced overkill. Could get a little more of that. I could get some shield boost. Do that. That's pretty good for now, I'd say. Nice, level 16. Not too bad. Not too shabby, I would say. Still don't have decent weapons, which kind of sucks, but, well, I mean, I guess a hammer 3. Ooh, the hammer 3 is actually not too bad. I mean, yes, it's -1 damage, but I get a bunch of other stuff too, so. Like, the increased accuracy is pretty good. Did I get any better things here? Not really. That's okay. Oh. Defense systems. How cool. Now, the question is, do I go around and talk to people, or do I go on another mission? Let's go on another mission. You know. I mean, this is right after an important main mission. I'll go talk to people. Maybe not everybody, but at least, you know. Well, maybe I will say hi to everybody. See how everybody's doing, you know. You know, check stuff out. Alright. Guess what Dr. Chalk was. That's okay. Speaking of which, let's replenish some of my Metagel. Oh, I don't. That's right, I never used Metagel. What up, Liara?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
All right.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
I don't know. I think some people would be interested in that. You know, a lot of interesting archaeology. I know there's quite a few video games and movies about archaeologists.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Oh, lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like
Oh,
other people?
interesting.
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
But do you
You
like
must
it?
enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Oh, I'm fascinated.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
That's me in a nutshell. Okay.
I should go.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Ooh, look at that experience. So much experience. All right, Chakwas. We'll say hi.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Okay, never mind.
I should go.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Ah, who we got here? Mr. Kaidan. But there's a thing down here. Sleeper pods. Even more experience.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Speak your mind.
Malenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
All
The
right.
Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation
All right.
and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb.
Accidental.
Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
I mean, don't want brain tumors.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical, time to talk.
Then you
Good
must have
talk.
had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah,
You know
we'd
what
sit
I
around
mean.
and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Oh, I'd have liked her. Sounds like you might have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Sounds rough.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Yeah, that's right, but...
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Alright. Alright. Mr. 108 experience. Alright. Going downstairs, gonna talk to a bunch of other people. Oh, maybe I'll talk to this requisitions dude.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Well, as long
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
One day I'll get this. And one day, oh my god, that's beautiful. Simply marvelous, I dare say. Ooh, also very marvelous. Look at that. 1 accuracy, 75 accuracy. Ooh, so good. That's with that heavy armor. This is pretty legit. Like, that gets like the shields up. Pretty dang hard. Pretty dang good. Yeah, light armor is pretty weak. But the heavy armor is, yeah, it's not bad. Not bad for 23,000. I can get the Metagel upgraded. Sounds good. Ah, man. Mixing up all these names. Saw Mantis, I was like, ooh, sniper rifle. No. I mean, it's so good. But, I'm gonna have to say nah. N.A. dog.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Yeah, it's a tough decision to do that.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Whatever. I mean, yeah, it depends.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to.
Okay.
I understand, Commander.
I forgot that sometimes you could be really, did not mean to yell at Garrus like that. That was my bad. Should have known. Oh well.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your
Wrex.
story, Wrex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
God damn it. Oh, come
You
on,
Krogan
man.
live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Big deal.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
Oh,
It's
man,
not
Shepard.
the same.
Oh no. I wish I could just be like, okay.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Damn.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Yeah, okay, I won't do
Sorry, Wrex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan,
Fair, but
would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
dang.
So long, Wrex.
Shepard.
So long, Wrex. Shepard. Wrex. Shepard. Examines core engine status.
Your
Hi,
ship's
Tali.
amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge
Special ship.
technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
That was a long time ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Alright.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status. Did anything that was actually illegal? The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
I guess so.
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Oh, what?
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Well, I mean, they defended themselves.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
Well, dang.
We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
That's enough for this time.
See you later.
See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Haha. Alright. This equipment, armory. Alright, we'll
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Sure.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
Lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Wrex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
But this was joint built with the Turians, if I recall. So, Garrus should at least be able to. Wrex is not going to be looking into the internals. I don't know. I mean,
you don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
I mean...
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Just shut up. Look, gotta work with the aliens.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. but this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
What about me? I don't know about that. Good.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I'm not mad.
Not everyone has a happy family life.
No, I guess not. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
That they were destroyed by one mining laser. How cool. All right.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
All right. I'll equip people when I see fit. All right. I'm gonna quick save all this because, yeah. All right. So, let's go ahead and see if we can get on another mission or something. Maybe a quick little thing here before closing off this off. I'm not gonna do like Novaria or Theros but maybe I'll take a look at the Exodus cluster for a little bit. Utopia, yeah. Let's see how this goes. Acadia. No. Oh, okay, this is Eden Prime. I guess I can click on Eden Prime, but I can't land on it, so. I don't think I'm gonna get anything here. Alright. So we did Hades Gamma. We did Artemis Tau. Let's go with Gemini. Looking like there's anything here. Let's check out this MSV Worthington. Alright, who should I take? Take Kaidan and Wrex. Let's see how this goes. Go ahead and upgrade Kaidan, give him a bunch of stuff. Give him some of that, because that's useful. Give him some of that. Wrex has a bunch more stuff. Unlock maybe some of the shotguns. It's pretty good. Throw's also really nice. But yeah, because with this I can get Carnage, and Carnage is really nice. Kaidan, you. Guardian. Oh, he has the Scorpion, so the Scorpion's really good. and do recoil dampener, and we'll do phase accessories. Ah. And no, and I'll give him a first aid interface. He needs that. All right, cool. All these are pretty garbage, so yeah.
Empty.
Someone must have shut down all systems, except basic life support.
Interesting. Oh, if this is husks and stuff, it's gonna be a bit of a mess.
Hear that? We're not alone.
Thanks, Wrex.
Somebody set that trap. This whole place could be wired. Negative contacts, Commander.
Okay, you guys didn't need to just like barrier yourself the whole time. Oh. I think I remember this. Oh, this is gonna be quite the play, quite the battle. No. Oh no. Nope, I got it. Oh, Adventure 4. It's not bad. Not great either. But it'll at least be somewhat decent.
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore. And they want to shut off his machines. But Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry. Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't!
Uh-oh. Someone's unstable.
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines. It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
What?
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. It's what he would want. I'm more worried about Julia now. She's showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
Take cover!
That machine's keeping him alive.
No brain activity. He's dead. This body is nothing but an empty shell.
Can't help him, man.
Maybe we should shut the machine down. It's the merciful thing to do.
Your call, Commander. But maybe we should wait until we know more about what's going on before we do anything.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's turn it off.
You did the right thing, Commander.
Sorry. We can do. What are we gonna do? I'm curious if there. Alright, that was an interesting mission. Pretty straightforward, actually. But, this is pretty good, actually. This Avenger 3. Do it. Do that. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for me. I will see you next time on more Mass Effect 1. Alright. See ya.